Good morning, Scorpio. This is going to be your reading. In fact, I didn't even know if I was going to make videos this month, to be honest with you. I was like, ugh. Just got through all the holidays and everything. I was like, man, I just want to just veg out. I may not even make videos this month. And I said, well, let me go ahead and do them. But it was touch and go there for a minute. So I am back to my tarot and my oracle cards, although I'm probably going to get some dice. I've been looking at dice. I think that would be really cool. All right, so I am using my mini deck to get started on the Scorpio reading. I am a Scorpio, so I'm reading for myself. I can't read for myself, like, personally. The collective reading is my reading, so maybe I need a reading today. All right, I need... come on. That's too many. I'll take them. All right, we have... And I just received this activation, this energetic activation, so I'm a little bit shaky. I apologize in advance. All right, oracle cards. Wow, I wonder what that one means. And I am going to pull this one. My Lovers Tarot deck. They're kind of hard to shuffle because they're heart-shaped. I will not take these, but I will take these that came out over here. I will take those. All right, Energy Oracle. Give me some cards for Scorpio. And I'm going to take this one. Let me think here. All right. I'm going to pull one of these cards. The Divine. These are your Love Your Inner Goddess cards. Oops. That one definitely wanted to come out. It feels like it's got two stuck together, but it does not. And I'm going to pull one of my Witch's Oracle cards. And we got two. All right. So the first card that we have is the Knight of Cups. So basically the energy that I'm getting with this card is that somebody from your past, somebody who you are not together with right now, you are currently not together, is watching you. They are watching you and they see you as like this god or goddess. They're really pretty amazed at all of the growth that you have. And just, they personally know that nobody, 444, when I was saying that, it was on 444. They know that nobody else will be able to kind of quench that thirst, that desire that they have. You're literally like the only person's cup that they want to drink out of. Children, your love life is being affected by children. So I feel like whatever it is that you have going on romantically, that there are issues around children. Maybe you are married and you have kids, and so you can't be with this person because you've chosen to stay with your family, or maybe that's what they're doing, or maybe this is a long distance thing and you cannot be together because of the kids, because the children kind of come first. The other interpretation of this card is that childhood issues are coming up, that the two of you did not get together. You did not actually connect the way that you thought you were going to because of childhood trauma, because of these patterns, these cycles that the two of you both are in. There was a lot of ego at play. But I feel like these issues have been resolved now. They've been resolved, and like I said, they just completely see you with brand new eyes. It's like all the fears and the ego and everything has been set aside. All right, we have the Ten of Cups. They really want you to be their Ten of Cups. They know that when they are ready to really make that leap of faith, that you are the one. They know you're the one. If they ever doubted before that you were the one, they are no longer doubting. They know that you are the one, that you are their Ten of Cups. You are their completion. You are the end of the road for them. I mean, that just came up for somebody. There's nowhere else they would rather be. All right, we got these three Lovers Tarot cards. I went ahead and took all of them. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. So that was really what I was picking up on too, was that everything that's happened is over with. And like I said, they want you to be their Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is usually seen as like a completion. It's not so much like a new beginning, but I feel like whatever it is that this person has had going on, it is coming to an end. It is completing, and they do want this fresh new start, and they want it with you. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you'll be surprised where it leads. So it's talking about cycles. And so I do feel like a lot of these cycles are coming to an end, and they do have to do with like patterns, different things that you've been doing over and over and over again. And I feel like you are really conscious, you're really aware of them. I know I have been. I've been like, whoa, I didn't even know that I did that. I didn't know that I push people away when they get too close. I didn't know that I self-sabotage situations, so, things like that you do that really are, from your childhood, things that you learned, kind of survival mechanisms that no longer serve you, that have really affected your connections with other people. You're conscious and you're aware of them now. Wow, twin flames, your passion ignites. So if you are on a twin flame journey, as I have been, or if you think you are, this is your confirmation. So I do feel like, what I've been talking about is a twin flame connection. And twin flame connections can be very tricky because you're really dealing with yourself. You're dealing with your own energy. You're dealing with like the yin and the yang of your own energy. So it's very important to collapse that duality and stop seeing yourself as like two different entities. really go within, really focus on yourself, really focus on whatever's happening, whatever's come up, really look at it. And like I said, it has to do with cycles. It has to do with ways you move that have affected your connections in the past. All right, we have the Eight of Discs. And this card here has to do with the subconscious. And this has to do with, you see how it looks like she is operating a puppet. She's got strings. So basically, this is your subconscious. These are those things that are not in your awareness, that you have just been going through the motions, that you haven't even given any thought to why you do these things. It's almost like someone will push a button and then you just go there without even thinking. So you're really being asked to be more conscious, be more aware, to bring all of these things that you have in your subconscious into your awareness, so that you are not repeating the same cycles, you're not being triggered by the same things, you're not responding the same way. All right, we have Door to Value. And so you're really being asked to reevaluate your worth. And we have to do this every so often. You know, as we shift and we change and we grow, you know, things that resonated with us before may not resonate with us anymore. Things that we tolerated before, things that we put up with, things that we thought were all right, they're no longer all right. You know, you want more. I want more. You know, this is not going to quench my thirst. This is not going to satisfy me. And so start looking for things to resonate less and less, because the old is getting out of the way for the new. All right, we have the Two of Discs. Magic, really stepping into your power as a magician, as this manifester, as a co-creator with the universe, and realizing that every single thought has consequences. You know, if you would have ever told me, like even 2 years ago, you know, and I've been on this journey almost 5 years, that my thoughts would have consequences, I wouldn't believe you. That I would be able to create a reality for myself with my thoughts. So be very aware of your thoughts. In fact, it's better to just use your mind for problem solving. Or if you want to consciously create something, like set your intentionally focus on it until it manifests. Because otherwise you got to really check the stories that you're telling yourself. If you're telling yourself that you're not worth anything, that your value is meaningless, that, you know, this is all you deserve, then guess what? That's what you're going to get over and over again. So you really want to check in with that. Right, the Dreamer, visions, trance, apparitions. The reason why vision boards work so good is because you can actually visualize what it is that you are working on manifesting. I was listening to something the other day. It was a program. And basically what they were saying was, when like Christopher Columbus and like his men came in ships over to like the New World, the indigenous people could not see the ships. You know, here are all these great ships coming in and they couldn't see them. Now, why couldn't they see them? Because that is not something they ever would have imagined would be happening. I mean, that would be like us, you know, trying to imagine, you know, this huge UFO spaceship landing on the White House lawn. Like, who would think that would happen, you know? So it's like that. So they did not see these ships. Now, the shaman kept going out there and he kept noticing ripples in the water. When he noticed these ripples in the water, he was like, you know, so he focused and focused and focused on it until he actually was able to see the ships. And then he convinced the others. He was like, look, you know, these ships are coming. So oftentimes if it's something that is not in like our memory bank, it's not in our consciousness, we can't imagine it. And when we can't imagine it, It's not really happening. And so let's say, you want to produce more, create more wealth in your life. But you can't imagine it because you've always lived hand to mouth or paycheck to paycheck. So you really have to kind of step out of yourself. And that's why a few of you are really being encouraged to like make a vision board. Really kind of expand your imagination. That's the word I'm looking for. All right. So we have the Knave of Wands. Looks like Candyland. And once again, I feel like this card here has to do with imagination. Everything doesn't have to make sense. You don't have to figure everything out. Our lower mind does not grasp the abundance of the universe, that the abundance is great. Like there is no end to what you can create once you set your mind to it. There's no end to it. So there are no limits, there are no boundaries. Any limits that you have are within you, and you need to remove those. The Unseelie Queen, glamour, opulence, hubris. So once again, I feel like this card here has like the same energy as this one here, that goddess energy of really being seen in a way that you can't even imagine. I mean, you're not even aware of it. You're not even aware of your power or your glamour, your elegance, or how amazing you are. Sometimes we have to see ourselves through the eyes of other people. The other thing that's kind of coming up here too is to make sure that you are not real focused on getting attention from others. This is something I struggle with, and maybe it's a Scorpio thing. That's why it's coming up, of needing constant attention, like just wanting to be in people's faces, like here I am, here I am. And I feel like a lot of this has to do with maybe being ignored as a child. Children are to be seen and not heard, not having your needs met. And so in some area, you are very needy, either needing attention seeking, seeking validation from others. So really pull it back and learn how to give that to yourself. All right, we have the Knave of Swords. And there is a certain amount of depression and anxiety with this card. It's almost like this dark night of the soul energy of, and don't judge dark night of the soul, and don't judge, if you're feeling a little depressed or anxious, because oftentimes when we're leveling up spiritually, we're releasing things, we're purging, we are moving into new energy, we're adopting a new mindset, and it can be unsettling. Change can be unsettling. So if that is the case, if that is what's happening with you, don't judge it. Just be kind to yourself, get some extra rest, make sure you're eating high vibrational foods, fresh fruits and vegetables. Stay away from, like fast food, junk food, because they're very low vibrational. All right, we have, when darkness surrounds you, be the light. You are the light. So this is that feeling of darkness. And and a lot of people are experiencing this because there's so much going on in the world. Politically, I mean, it just seems like everything's falling apart. But things are not falling apart. It's just we have an awareness and a consciousness now that we didn't have before. We're more conscious of the fact that, maybe the system that we've had all this time, maybe it doesn't work. You've got people grasping, trying to hold on to something that has been broken for a while. And so that change that's coming in can be uncomfortable. You have people who are very conscious of the fact that, there's corruption in government. there is corruption, and this government has never suited us. It's never really served us, so maybe we're moving into something different, something better. So try to keep an open mind right now. All right, we have the Knave of Wands. And please no political comments, because I will disable comments. I'm not going to have that mess in the comment section of my video. So, I will, first time I see a negative comment, I will disable all comments. So, because I'm not going there. All right, so we have the Knave of Wands. And the energy that I get from this card is almost like death, and not an actual, sorry, my clock's going off. I gotta let it finish. And it's long too, I apologize. It's almost like death, but not a physical death. It's like a rebirth, a death and a rebirth. And that was the energy that I was picking up on. That not only are we going through individually, but we're going through collectively as well. Because we are one. And that is the reason why we are so attached to what is going on with everyone in the world. Because it affects us individually, because we are collective. So, and peace starts within, peace starts individually. So, if you can find your own peace through meditation, through, I know I read a lot, I swim, whatever it is that brings you peace, it will help the peace of the collective. So, I wanted to add that. All right, we have these two Witches Oracle cards. We have Staff, Stability, Witch's Cottage, Security. So stability and security are very important to you, Scorpio. And right now you're really feeling, with this card right here, that you don't have either. Everything just seems so uncertain. The time seems so uncertain. And this is really what is causing this darkness for you. But like I said, if you can really find your peace, really ground yourself, this will give you security and stability. And this will be shared collectively. This will help the collective. This will help raise the vibrations of the collective. But not just that, I feel like you're moving into stability and security. I mean, this is something that you're moving into financially. And also, you have this connection here that is really coming together. I mean, I'm really picking up on the fact, even though you can't see it right now, a physical union, a fresh start with this person, because cycles are ending, other situations are ending, and this is going to add to your stability and security, Scorpio. Well, this is your personal reading, your collective reading for Scorpio. If you'd like to have a personal reading, do reach out to me. I'll include my email address in the description of the video. They are $30 this month. Thank you for watching.